anime Kasiebo mo kote beka fwa yaje dwa na yede esomo eyeme be po so hima nana ya fori wa amanfo komai agudie papa bi ladies dembo senafi
okumangra diwanf oheneba boama benye ensem no enchiremu eni Ghana man pani a wanam kwan so a wabadin di John Dramani Mahama otwadi aponyame eya adoma enu 2024 ya huyobe December abosom ne da etoso eye enson esa se December abosom da etoso ensia enson no ene yeto aba eti enu ne da etoso nwotwe enko ne da etoso enkron no na wate se owura John Dramani Mahama enkunimdie aye ne dia eti January abosom ne da etoso eye de edikan na etoso nson ewo mfiem pimienu ene aduonu num no na owura John Dramani Mahama aba betra banu akese so a obabedi mampani na ene esanse mampani a wo babedie no eho aduro na ede na Ghana fo nyina wo bia hu se jema na ekro nti no ama wo bia afili a wode ne ho etwitwiri owura John Dramani Mahama wahene babu ama bedim hu twitwi no beposo wode hu twitwi no Ghana fo dodo no a ede wo hu twitwi jam na ena trade union congress TUC fo etrasiri na omse da bi owura John Dramani Mahama oba na ne ba wo ba no edian ene wo ba beye ede amadwumayefo etidi na mom yenkwe ne yenkonkosra jam no kwasam owura John Dramani Mahama ede wo mo ofe so e mo akwa aba mo nsuo nom ye na osem ntrase mabade a na enkomo ewo ho ade enkoma ene owura John Dramani Mahama wode to omonim se adwumayefo ye wo man Ghana mu wo bre papa etomre bia ekwanya wo mo fa so economy ena na afro ade tia na sane ena na afro ade tia na sane no no owura John Dramani Mahama no wode no mapa ade agu na kwan mu a enye yize kra wosesesi ano washase etro Ghana economy ekwanya obefa so a enu mapa obetum de aba ama enmunyam aba woni TUC fo hia enkomonum yede tie bi.
The recent misuse of public funds by government officials demands more creative and stricter measures to prevent further financial losses. Therefore, we will introduce stricter financial management regulations and guidelines to prevent the over 17 billion Ghana cedis that is lost in annual financial irregularities. We will also safeguard the principle of value for money in public procurement by establishing an independent value for money office that will vet any project above a specified ceiling approved by Parliament. We will continue with the implementation of the process of constitutional review in order to strengthen the 1992 Constitution and bring it up to speed with current trends and developments. As you all know, this was begun by Professor John Evans Atta Mills. In 2015, somebody took us to court, and the case was not adjudicated till we were almost in the election year. And so we couldn't continue with it, and we left it to the next administration, and it has stalled. Stabilizing the cedi is another crucial measure to redirect billions of dollars spent on imports towards domestic production. We are not going to claim that we've arrested it and giving the key to the IGP, but we're going to work to stabilize the cedi by eliminating a lot of the wasteful imports that we have a comparative advantage to produce. We will incentivize the indigenous private sector to capture the commanding heights of the economy in every sector to reduce financial outflows occasioned by huge profit repatriations by international companies. We will pass local content laws to give Ghanaian registered businesses an advantage, especially in the extractive sector. By incentivizing local production of goods and promoting value addition, we can stabilize the cedi, create sustainable jobs, and achieve food self-sufficiency.
Why the owura John Dramani Mahama ni TUC for Asia no e course so e wo ho na eno ati no eropani kwachefo esan edi to da biem se ebre adru ye wo se adwumayefo fa ahodie ene yakwanya adwumayefo efa so ebo mo bra no eno nso no wo hwem na wo se etomre bia adwumayefo no nipa no be ye adwuma no na bra bo se de wo kọ wo ba wo bewie na poto oba biem a adwumayefo ede ntoma papa kente ɛde bɛfira.
Economic crisis has significantly impacted workers and citizens generally. Unemployment rates, particularly amongst the young people, have risen to their highest in recent memory, making it difficult for many to find stable and decent paying jobs. Inflation and exchange rate volatility have eroded workers' purchasing power and have pushed many below the poverty line. The healthcare and education sectors have also been negatively affected with inadequate funding and deteriorating quality of services. Our economy is plagued by high public debt levels, which hinder investments in social and economic development projects. And I give you, for example, in 2016, if you shared the public debt of 120 billion among 30 million Ghanaians, each Ghanaian owed 4,000 Ghana cedis. Today, if you divide the debt of 577 billion by 30 million Ghanaians, all of us sitting here owe 19,000 cedis. This, coupled with a relatively high unemployment rate, particularly amongst the youth, exacerbates the challenges faced by our citizens. Inflation and exchange rate volatility further erode workers' purchasing power, as I said. For the first time in over 50 years, we have defaulted in payment of our debts, and we've been downgraded by credit rating agencies to the lowest level ever experienced, junk. In other words, baller status. The escalating cost of living driven by hyperinflation, a collapsing currency, and rising prices of essential items, including food, has made life unbearable for millions of Ghanaian households who are currently practicing the 001 or 010 or 100 formula. For those of
Wei ɛyɛ nsɛm a yɛwura John Dramani Mahama wɔde ato dwa na saa nsɛm no mu no ɛna owura ɛyɛ yawbaa yɛ a wɔno na ɛyɛ Secretary General ɛde ma adwumayɛfoɔ ɛnso ɛde to owura John Dramani Mahama anim sɛ ɛne ɛna akɔ aba ɔpanin wada roma na ɛna yɛne wo nso ahyia no yɛso yɛni agye paa deɛ ɛdi kan ɛne sɛ woba a ɛkwan bɛn na wobɛfa so a macro economic policies no wobɛtumi atoto ama bodwabodwa efiefie economy etumi yakoso wenya kase no ne yehwehwe we ye efam de no eti ekwan ye betumi afa so a de oto tomatoes de oto jene de oto moko de oto aboso kan de oto aburo ebeye den na we economy etumi akoso yetumi create jobs etumi aboa ma food security etumi akoso efe wi ye no e de free mu a ye dan ya ye rente ye ewo krom ha ebo eden na no yanya ne dan ekwan be ne ye be fa so efe adwumayefo right said ye be obi metieti obi fa ahodie so otara adwumayefo be ko demonstration na ye kire kakra bi a na aban buafu ene na asefo eba ne saa emwa ntine nyina no ekwan be na be fa so a wo de be we nyina e de amaye.
We had our rice, we had our nkoko, the poultry, everywhere. And then it came to a point that even the poultry they bring is so hard. You eat it and your teeth. But that is what we are importing. Now, what is this? We need to change our trade policy. Comrades, this is something we will hold every government to do. This one is not, it will not only be in statements or May days and so on. We will follow the example our comrades did at the Bank of Ghana. One of the things, I said we will not be prescriptive, but one of the things that we think should be done is to protect the infant industries in Ghana. 1966, and we are still calling them, 66 years, we are still calling them infant industries. They need to grow, but they need support of government. Every country supports their agriculture, their industry, and so on. If you don't, then they play against you. One important Cambridge economist said this, and I want to quote it. His name is Nicholas Caldo. He said, first, the only way for a country to develop is to industrialize. Second, the only way to industrialize is to protect your domestic industry from unsustainable competition. And then the third one is even more interesting. Anyone who says otherwise is being dishonest. Let's take that advice alone, and this country will not be the same. How can you go and advertise this thing outside? That you pay people who work 8 hours, less than 15 cedis, 14 cedis and 88 pesos, which is $1.25 $1.25 for 8 hours of work. And this is how you advertise your country outside, so that they can come in. Those people who follow that advice, they are not good investors.
Why and someone opening Yaba at the Etuja and Ne, Wabroman John Dramani Mahama, Shiam.
Brony Crom, we are Juma Yen Triawcra, our Biano, and your cry, or Hineba. And your crano, $10 and now $15. Eddie at the Bemau. Yeah, had 8 hours in England. Hey,
15 cities, 20, 40, 50, 70.
And that's 8 hours in England. I know, I'll buy a canoe. There's a $1 and cent 25. And yet, better than Yakoyanim. It is a 24-hour economy, share my penema make one some day. Echo ye palm, a baboa my yen I wadre, now my brain ye Jumaye, and ye Jumaye Tino, and Mabunie, a Jumanie, John Mahama near Ghana for Ghana Bayado, ye fra by way somewhat Ghana Bay the palm. Now was said to Mediana Emu and a national chairman at the Ma NDC Amayokono, Johnson, a Sedunkatia, won't see Joma and San Waham. What they took. Edwin Fon Kabomuko animo say, and when ye pass, woman Casabatna say, na a fe, one more adream, and will see ye. Say ye, Debbie, yen fire more amayoku, ye none yen niswaduno esia, Samayoko so de a NDC, Sasa no casem, and sana ku ye dinkai, ever yamemo ebe shasiano, Nanka ebano Edwin Fon Kabomuko, and amayo for edumedia, Nanka, one more eshibum, now so enuachino, na fede will be so say, what didn't ho ebe share amayo semonadi, was say a brave yedu, as TUC, one more edu, one more ebedom, NDC. So say, what share Amayokwa, Nitimupa, Nasana ideologies, no, and no dear, a pet, now do who are domino. Now ye can't sound so dear, NDC, it was showing quite a same. TUC, Womone NDC, Ebetri Abom, Ebra Yasha say Ghana, Ebenyan and Tumapa Efra, well, Jumedia, my penny John Dramani Mama, and TUC, Asia, Eka building Ghana, Torno, Ehun, and a over a Sidun Ketia, one in some job for a trim common, what is some etuja.
Unions were punished and bastardized, and so they became scared in identifying with political parties that share the same ideology. So we have had to be living with a paradox where when we are invited to international organizations, ILO, Frederick Ebert Foundation, and even to events organized by labor parties across the globe, we will go there and we meet the leadership of Ghana's labor there and NDC. So we've been discussing this thing, that why? Who are we trying to deceive? How can't we rediscover our relationship and work together? What is shy about identifying with your ideological partner? So this is the beginning. I don't think it is going to end here. And I don't think that this single event will seal that working relationship. But it is a beginning. And I'm sure when we build upon it, we will one day get to a point where labor should be able to influence political discourse.
And the way a national chairman, Jim Training, at the NDC, Americano chairman, General Papa B. Johnson, a Sedun Ketia, and yet Tenenkan.
And Suyiri, ya, a basso, a Wagana Hano, a Yiri, a fam, yam, yahodo, cannon, a voter region from Antemqua. yo mampani Akufo-Addo kobo mada pasem kura mo nto aba mame iti ensuo befa mo amawu efam ho ben ene lady nanyom ne ensuo befa wo amawu ne efam ho ben na egusu a ekono na ensuo no etretre ama ebowura asene east ene sene west ebowura mia hodo ma ensuo no edi na awade pa sade esi ekoye no kwasem entwa yie na ayroho sama ewo mu ne se na womampani Akufo-Addo eka yese omanto aba ma ni ntu omu ehia hwe no amparampara ne nua ene ampa de eba ye ba bebo mu ne se nana ama won hwe ampa e de babesi ne ya ka pretwere wo ma won bie na no ne yete se womampani abedi akire okoho a wakọkọmọ omo se 1.6 billion tete de no ene de 160 Ghana cedis osasan na wode 60,000 Ghana cedis na wode akwakọma wo mu na World Bank te asem no eyomo ya pa se na Ghana pa na ensuo yira fa adese ye enye se bia ensuo yiri ye kurai ye obade na wato nsuo gu onso amena yira fa mu na emum we obi ena boapaye waye ne saa na wo wie ya mankwa nkomo mo hwe na motie mu didi saa efili saa o debi ye ne sa nye yie ye World Bank fo de ye trimu nya den so pana eti ya de ye be ye bi di aboa ene ye se na ene ye de na mo ba be yom so omo ekuro mo nsam sika tete ene de dollar ye papa yi dollar de papa yi bi pole $150 million obode ma voter region for say ene omo nsuo yira for mo nyina se omo mfa ente omo kaso bi yenkwa homa so ye ne honorable Kwabra Mensa Woyome enkwa twe komo honorable Odaroma anwumre yam akwaba
yemiamia
na umpomba kode
radiadom me ho ye pa
ena na be poso ka chem se wo so pasua so no esuo ne yiri fa pa e ho ne tesan.
Okay, me da se pa maminchia tiefo ne ona omonhwɛ energy mapa o ya ma Ghana ene bankai na nia wo mu ne say yes towards the estuary, you know, on say yen south no yakwa yet the end of the river, and okay. Usually the end of every river before the ever empty into the sea, there were creeks to meet tributaries debris. And you know, that creeks meet tributaries now are dry for about 50 years. I ain't after the construction of the dam now. Mm-hmm. And the amount of brave, this is tiny, so many villages, hamlets. It was extra, you know, it was around this creek, 20 to 20. You see about a fee, about found one, you know, still no. Though towards upper area like Gomboli area, hospital, you know, I say any home problems I ever have. And I go towards the sea, you know. I could enter into the paper like but I can't. Yeah, we are seeing some end of it in terms of air receiving. The end is not in sight yet.
Yes, you say no. Baby, ensuo no eyiri duru ye no. Swate wo hu ekofom.
Yeah, we say what me concern say no areas like Komboni enclave no. Any agopo no ni agopo area ma hono also eje pa aswati back from kakra but not entirely done because still no your powerhouse now supply power to the 1,000 volts at home. Yeah. That is the good coal power station now hono. So we show let us say it is but in China you be like before. Okay. This is the okay.
Yeah, we know anyone are finding a way a oko and I say omo amano a quine wo yi akwan bi amano a wonam a woko.
Me sure say no na finding a way a go back. Man said that means omo crisis or mother channel for it but I say is going back gradually but towards the end of the river proper into the sea, you know.
Yeah.
Creeks to Mozisiano, so therefore into the Apu Lagoon and also to the Kepa Lagoon. And so as I said, they might work at Adan area more and so on and so forth. You see, a horn as a fear and alcohol is say the hot areas you see, and so we are hoping say it will come down.
Okay. Now, nsuo yiri farm yi aben wa ba mu mmoa bi wa pe bibi abremo.
Me no, I will say me said who any effective government apart from the interministerial committee now must set it up. We don't even know what it is that they have planned because they have not invited us into the meeting. And as we are for studies some items through NADMO. And I think those are the only interventions are moving. But the bulk of support are companies, individuals, NGOs. I would say but it's like Oliver Twist, we still are not out of it. This why because a lot of displaced people, they are almost dying because now you're not dying. They cannot come back to any house.
Okay.
They will still continue to pet. And now they so almost farms and almost fishing gear and fishing equipment in our instead of they are without jobs as we speak.
Wow.
They will have to be taken care of gradually, until such a time that there's some resettlement and then livelihood restored and maybe so many things going back to bring normalcy back. And, we saw water is one critical thing. So I would think that we are the end is fine.
And yes, abandon mamma Redia, World Bank for some infantum when him say, one more baby yamadoye. Na ene, Jumedia be echo so yana a third conference on fisheries and coastal environment. Ewan Kraha and a course na World Bank, one operations manager Emma Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. Say, World Bank at Timusu, and how it dollar papaibi $150 million on per se baby and soon yiri koyeno. One day eba na ye de babe support mo adaroma sikano yanka World Bank sanke be yanka yamane mramra se badwam ni yancha no ho ana yamfama opana no wancha mamo
but I can say first and foremost I mean on behalf of the areas what kind of areas affected areas the coastal region the flood victims and will be and extend and appreciation and thanks to the World Bank for that wonderful and handsome donation. Yes, sure, sir. Even if government had declared the whole area as the whole way event, or declare the state of emergency in that whole area, yes, sure, sir, would have seen a lot more of bilateral donors and even those that the World Institution, many more organizations doing what the World Bank has done. And you're very, very, very good. In terms of the expenditure, in fact, we will make sure that there's transparency because already affected victims and businesses, farms, and so many things. I'm sure. Conscious by conscious, and this by district, we collect data pa.
Okay.
The data you and I can say experts who put money value on a lot of things in terms of farms are eroded. In fact, my meaning comes in trouble. Many of young supermarket chains like ShopRite and vegetables from my constituents.
Wow.
To sell.
Wow.
And as I speak to you now, vegetables are here ready, carrot, cabbages, minima or sanka. You now finding way to the shelves of these stores, You know, say, and you can then put a monetary value on it. Into all this, they will have to restore these people. They've lost water pumps, they've lost a lot of agricultural machinery, and so many things that I was saying to finding ways to put all these people back into business.
Okay.
And say I want to say, in terms of transparency, I think we will, the MPs from the affected areas, will come together. Already we are starting a meeting to have, and then we will continue our meetings and maybe begin to engage that sector and see how transparently the money will go to those that the money must go to. This time around, I don't think we'll allow any shady kind of thing to be done, and then capacity building and a whole kind of thing. Let's spend now half a sheet of it.
Honorable, you better say me.
God richly bless you for the engagement.
Yo. Honorable, come with me, and Yatin and Ken Nedin come.
Not just a banya or no etumitun in Sunu Egu. Kofa bonten so for the na say o manfo kwa wonye mu fa ne ho kro no de na ni a che Israel ne ka ho na wo enso ya ye bie ye ya emu no de samaba pa say wo do ani kire ada ene ne mpota ma wo so no ese de ne ye ka kire mo no wo mo enya ho ensusanso ebi ada senior high school na musoma enipa mienu ahwe wo nkwa sase wo mokoye se wo mo ekwakope ensuo eye adesuafo mienu de ababedi wo mo ejuma mrahye bedwani yo wo mpotam ho ada honorable comfort doyo kudum de atom mrahye bedwane Ghana nyina enimu se wadaroma wo mra ne meye wo mo emwa esase woma kwa hunyehia mu esa nipa mienu a woma hwe womo enkwa adesuafo ebo Ada Senior High School emu no na eye na wotwe wie ye na no kwasi adam na asem esiye womra hye bedwomo ene wo so vigina ne na so ya wode ne nsem etedwa na woka se adan beye mako ahasa 300 houses na chese ni nyina bu esa dam na ye bie ye no womo ene pania bedi eche oya trafo edema mrahye bedwa no eka bomu womo eko empotam wom ekohwe wo hawa hodo ya apiemo ebo ho na womo so eye womo emwa kakra ebo sa kwan ne so na honorable doyo kudo eka se wo ba ne empotam ho a womo ni nsuo enam dam na ye bie yentino ensuo enho akwawe ewo ho ade chasa taps inflow hwen koso eti wo ba se pa se Mr Speaker wone Ghana ba nyina momwa na yenya ensuo ewo ada ene mpotam.
We need help. Over 300 houses have collapsed in Ada, and their funds, they are no longer, they are helpless. The people are now helpless. The students, 2 of them lost their lives. Mr. Speaker, these students are always in their dormitories. They have their water, their food, everything there. But since the incidents, they have been exposed to the river. They go there to fetch the river. Meanwhile, those using the river, some of them are having rashes. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleading that national security is here. He should send tankers to the school. We have few pollutants there so that they can give them water. This afternoon, I will send Mr. Jetro's water to them, Captain Smith's water to them, so that we give to the 3 schools in my constituency, Ada Senior High, Ada Technical, Bedeku Technical, then the basic schools. Mr. Speaker, the children, they don't understand the water is polluted. The tap is not flowing. So they are compelled to drink it. We are pleading that the fear is cholera outbreak.
I know, dear. Way a child process for according to Tia Ewo Hunya, I was saying soon you want to Mujamana Ewo Muramu, na Satanaba and soon ever Namonum. Etibia be any. Hey, I know the way Ada Mrashe Bejanin. Comfort doyo kujo ena yetene kana no si yepe ena mrahye bedwoma chia me hina be de chia wodin kan honorable Joseph Osewusu eka say hey entam so he mrahye bedwa prakope ye nyina ye hwedom kuma dom dodo ye nka mom na ye mpe ensuo bags oh na say enka honorable mo ye ne bottle ankenye bado ye mpe ensuo bags empem aha eye 100,000 bags sachet water near fan koma enkra ya womo eho akọ ahohiahia mu wo sa ensuo ya ye bie ye emu na aboa sabaya ensuo na sabe enya maboni nyina fra mu ajanan bia ajanan nyina fra mu ne etasane ma ensem fata no enkra no agyan no.
I think so far the focus has been the communities south of the dam. So we should now look at what Parliament can do to support particularly schools, as mentioned by the honourable member. I wanted to suggest to the caucuses that probably each side could procure 100,000 packs of sachet water to be distributed to schools along the Volta course where flooding has happened, such that their sources of drinking water have been contaminated. But the suggestion I'm making to each side, from your caucus funds, contribute each side, not single sachet pack of water to be distributed, so that it's not just Ada, all the schools along from Yeji down south, or some at Makango, all the way, so that at least we are sure that there's some supply of safe drinking water in the interim until the situation is we're able to normalize. But this is my suggestion to the caucuses. I think that this statement has brought to their attention areas we had otherwise not overlooked, and I think it is time to pay attention to that. But I'll leave it to the leaders, the leadership of both sides.
Eti mashebe joma chami na bedi eche ya wodin kind. Honorable Joseph say wusu Joe Wise ne tai friend of fine gentleman. Ena yete nka woka say dom kuma ne dom dodo emu empenfo nyina. Womo enhwe no womo ntu asemi eho anamo.
Yankwa humaso na yene atongo Idrisu enko twenkomo emfafa ensema akoso ene garu ene nini ya tempani. Na de ababeto dwa ene se ene garu ni tempani eye yetre. Atongo akwaba.
Mechuso.
Yo. Wada Roma ene demonstration no ekosan.
Yo, ene sani odi kan ekaye no ene UBPM ewo garu ene tempania. Initial na ye garu tempani district by the Siano obia won district ye garu na tempani UBPM a nipa ewo garu ne tempani na
me kwama na
ene bechire ayachire dia ni na enam brutality and say abambofo ye wo man mu ne e course e wo garu e wo 29 for no mo bechire o madwen say ankoye kura ama o na o bechire onuadom na onuadom mo chire ne say o ma ye nyina ehun say de ministry ne ebeye no anso mani na o mo pese bi besansi ba bia bi o mo chire mu e chire say ukọ bi te say ashama ebisi o ebisi techimai ebisi mbabi bia bebre na ai apa is general say garu gen e different cra enti omugina we so ama aban no aba bontira baka strand ntia osoma ta enkofo no say ana say security for no say ombe di say adwuma we na ne ka ho biem omo person national security minister openi kan dapa say omla na omechre bedia na okase Ghana for na say garu for attack sa national security for na ansa mo yes o just say adwuma na mo ye no enti ene na UBPM mo ho no ma na ye wani beshe na awe osama na ewo mu ni se omoma ye hu se na nipa bako a asojafo yi ebo no ono asoko asibiti ekoji edru bafie na ahomache ade che omo sorry omo hu no ewiamu ho na mo yese mame mbopo ni mu yese oda ho a omo bie poro na wato na nanum do a woda dem ho na bako a na oka enkrofo na ya yedo omo ko akra ya na enim ba bia omo de omo ko yi bako no owo adwuma we ayeche na sibi awo yi na ho kire yen na esewani dwuma ana se wo na chi ayi kotwan ya de da ho sende yesede ayi etoche no ye buru no ohene ba esewani na empelifo no edin se bebre atutu dwa se animunimu ya abanam labontena omehwe asem no seti independent committee na omofa assembly embla na obi ehun tene seti.
That's what. Atongo Idrisu ena wadi free eye garu ene timpani ede abring na yanko adana mrana yemebunwura mu wo de asi no ho
na yeguso ejina ada ensensem ya emu enkra ya womu nyansuo eni womu ejuma ewo ada senior high school emu eti enamso ema womu ekonsutene ye wompotamo se womu ekodware na omasu womu enioma de nsuo ni bi aba school mu dormitory ne ekobiase ensuo no achu womu kwa chese womu ahwe womu kwa ewo no assemblyman ya wowo empotamo eye Moses Wusa ene wode eto edwasa de pipe ma bayam mesante ne pipe ya tutum ewo empotamo nti enkura ne nso bibie ne ho ane womo ebeye se womo ebekọ mesante ne ho ane womo kọ na womo ekọje nsuo edifri anase womo se nsuo edidi womo edwuma eti eyete bia na eba yese etese dam ya ye bie ye edi ahokyera ba na mosome atototo pipe mu na de no ena ekọ wie sen wona nsɛmtwafo ekasaye ekyere ensɛmim.
Concerning the incident in the district now, it's all linked to the shortage of water for the students in the school and the district at large. Because the Adan town has been of no water for close to 1 week now, without a drop from the tap. And it became very obvious that even the river water is not good because of the Akosomo Dam spillage. So the school's authorities are taking it upon themselves that sometimes the senior housemaster have to come close to the road to assist the school children to cross the road to go and fetch water at the riverside, which is very, very dangerous. And due to that, me as an assembly member, I also came in to help the school with some water. So as I'm talking to you now, my boys are still fetching water to the school. But it's not enough because of the numbers in the school. It's high. So due to that, I may link it to it because as I'm talking to you now, the students are on grounds not having water to bath as I'm talking to you now. The one that the kitchen will use to prepare food for them is also a problem. The one that they will drink, I've get an information, reliable source that someone has given them water 100 bags from the district assembly, which the school, the students are relying on it. But now the one that the children will bath is a major problem. So due to that, some of them came out from the school. They do dodge on their own interest. But this one, rather unfortunately for them, this is the incident that happened as of yesterday. For now, I just had a one-on-one interaction with the headmistress a few minutes ago, and I put it across to her that I'll also use my office with the power that people have given to me to write some letters from tomorrow to solicit for funds for us to get the direct pump of water from the river, should in case we have a shortage of water or the tap is not flowing, for the students to get use of it, because most of the students are not from the district and they are not used to the swimming of this river. So we need to get the direct water from the river to supply the school.
It's when a assemblyman ya owo empotamo Moses Wusa ena yetene kayanko maso na yene Evans Forsen enkotwetwe enkomo enkura mienu ya womo eco school ada senior high school mu a wahwe womo kwa ebo sa kwa no eso woye busuani edema baako Evans ye mo akwaba edeba Power TVXYZ tanyume no siabem Kasiebo so.
Yo, midase. Damenchao.
Yo, na amana boy muti ye ebusia muso musai ena enkra na emu de he ena eye wubusuani.
Oh, midase pa se metimi afre na asema achi he no ya dia ya dwunwa ye ntiase na akwala na ye fe no Daniel Padegbe ono na oye ye busini.
Enti anamo be na mutu ewo ho eba ye mwate school empanifo nka anase empo womo eba na enhumasu e hye omo nsa empotamo no omo a communicate akyeremo officially esa asemo abeni anase mote woda obonyumam.
Yankasa ye di kan akọ police station. Esan se adenisi ye no. Em se Kuman for no ekin police for no aso. nti omo no mo kohweye na omo boaye amayi badis no kola no efi nsuo no nti sia no ye ni police for no ana eyi juma ye gusua ye ebusia no so any school penifo no so kasa efa asem no ho na asem no senetie no ehun no edoso ehun sem no doso pa
wo kana sa na wo patche sen mu nsam ne doso patche sen
esanse on se nansen akwese nsuo no mo bie no eya hadwen na ebi wo kra no se enkwala no pese omo dware ana se enkwala no hie nsuo ana bibi kra na gise omo ko nsuo na no ekoi pensio ana se omo ko nsuo ana eko pensio di ye ade ese omo ye omo ye enkwala ni nti no eya anya bi wo ho a omo nim gise bi a opinika omo nti no ye gusua ye hwehwem na ye ya san kwala mienu no omutimi ewuye
enti kromanfo no na bebo mo amane ana se moye den teye mote samanfo etwi ko ho na mo nso abusuafo mo ko ho bia na se etesen
ye di kan se school for no efre ana kromanfo no so efre ebusuafo ni bi nti saa na ye timidate se BBC isi
aban krache pani yo won potamo mwatene nka ne mrahye bedwani
assemblyman now around and police for no says na mekaya no any opinion leaders bi omo kru no mu no sia omo na omo boa ama etimi aka asem no ya hwehwe asem ni mu yi
eti Daniel oma meti asem no also mo say
se wa unim se obata ne ba ibisi atono no and that form se asashe no oti asem no ekodu hospital mamini ntimi se yɛrɛ no kɔ hospital ɛde ne bi fi kra no sunkwa we susa nti enye easy
Daniel na ogina SHS saying
okɔ ne fa na ye nti next year na owie SHS
na oya course ben
Daniel general
eti wo ye ne den
obet uncle
okay Evans asamne emu oja nyame nhamo de watemo nkafa
mpacho
ye ni enso edi akire wai
mpacho nyame nhamo
nyame nkamo ho eti wen Evans forcing ya adesuafo ya womo ehwere womo enkwa adas senior high school emu abrante bako Daniel ne final year krana owo ono eka ho bi no ne busuani ene yete ne nka na ese ne wofa ene ene ne di nkomo
yo yakwamrai na yamra medi nkomo na wo say chairman sabosu se de wawai ekuro nani de ode aba betumu ene se la general hospital samadwene se wo mbesi amamoa enye yi enti de odua nkuruma wo no wadawro ma me noso na nkuruma farms no a ena ye de ba beye senti ne de yekoba metremu ede atremu yemfa sra emfa ema aboafo Kasiebo ewo kuremu a ye de esomo wadawro ma yeguso ejije ntoboa ejiji nuoma eje emoa ede kokoboa won a atoyire nchemi ato won no ensuo no afe na etwe na enya ntwinwie ye na twiwie kura nipa no obedidi obenum nsuo ni nyina no eka ho eti na XYZ broadcasting ye de si ye ni so say wonso yibibua yibima ketua bi ensa na yemfa nkonkoboa wunuanom eti de wontade de wonuane yesremo entade no mpode adoso na emum enuane no Asabia's kitchen enra wo so de yanwa ne emo beba matwen wani ma emada ntimu kancha Asabia se emo ne yanwa no ye hia nti wo ma ne mrantem na da roma Asabia so de ode beba enti sanete de wo bia no fabra de wo bia aduane emo banche ebro bibia wo bia no fabra beka ho na yentumi enye ema ne nye fe na yemfa nkonkobo wo nuanom a omo akwa ho hiehie mu no ebi so ananso wo sika kakra wo ho na ba bia wo no ekwan wa nti wunya ya nka wo be sende number no ena egu screen so no mo muti o radio no so no eye 0597 215419 0597 215419 wo sende a edi ye beba XYZ broadcasting koso na yibibu a na yemfa mo wo nuanom ya fasara bambo mu nyansa na ware ne relationship mpratwe mu anyansa na ye ba be kire na nyame ya adoma December bosom no November bosom ye wo mu yai de de toso aduonunum na dwumadie no ye de ba be hye so anopa no nkron wo osu presby ba bia last ye no ho pepepe ene ye sade ba be hye so biem it power wisdom summit bra na bra be sua nyansa na nyansa no emwa wo no wabrabo intumi enko se wo pese obadwumadie bia number no ameba bebobo no tro full name na Sunday attend faka ho wo tro din a ebi ohene babo ama na wa tro attend e de aka ho e de afasa number no so e de akọ enti say na obey no number ni 0248 712 812 0248 712 812 send within any attend fafaso a free of charge untua hwe na fafaso omsabeka NFA Power Wisdom Summit so no so pese wo sponsor dwumadie no a wo so betumi afre 0533 825 870 0533 825 870 kai se victory garlic mixture best wine any studio 502 ena aso enkaibui emu afei power specialist Heba Hospital Mami Beatrice ekosuadua ya no da no wose yemfanto anim se hepatitis no A B C D N E waje ho abasobode ya wosa yade na nkasa efiri wo mobia enim no obi anim se de osi ye na adwuma efe fatty liver liver srade abam ayecheko sciatica prostate wonamu abu wonsam abu helpa wo do mpeni mabubu osa kompo ana wona ase atata fibroid ene edi wunya ni nyina no bra na womwa na mo kompo no fabra na won saw yade on krobata de bebre e wo takra de kumase ene enkrakrodium ha frɛ no 0244 544422 0244 544422 yetwe ho aba ye ba enkomo no wose echemensa bo su sell General Hospital omuntumi si no obete
Say minim de yemi minante kakra na mabre wo ha na meni subrim minani nyina hititriti
baby awo yale
me so wan do nro so
enye duro bia na eduro
eja etro be ya
bedema garlic mixture enu na beje hwem na tie
bedema garlic mixture we dey train we dey tire
ni mema samun sun so enu
we hia bedema big mac capsule wo ho alaje no
bedema big man capsule e ma me bojuma
na ho akwa na se honum dadada o mpie ya
madam aden
mi yem etim na kokoso ha me
abra bedema ko capsule se wo
bedema
ko baby to
ipa chompe bedema ko capsules ba ko
aha bedema garlic mixture ani ko kamu big man capsule bedema garlic mixture
mema de womo
bedema ko capsules
big man capsules no embom
bedema
we dey train we dey tire
amangwa say from me TZ am travel for friend to Zafi na jawo jwanti ana mani su chini me na ma ye bete